Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Art Master, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today, we are taking a look at the Leopard-Class and its variant, the Jaguar. The next step up in Lyran starship design.
Due to the fact that one is essentially just a modified, scaled-up version of the other, they entered service right around the same time.
Yeah.
In fact, you can tell right here that the Caracal
Starship completed.
really does just look like a smaller Leopard.
Yeah.
And they entered service right around the same time.
So, 2251?
Yep.
What do I require?
And just like the Caracal, she is armed to the teeth with disruptors and an optional mauler. She is also the first ship that can, when refit, mount the expanding sphere generator. Of course, that only happens on Jaguar-class refits.
Okay.
Regardless, however, these vessels are still nippy. Not quite as much as the Caracal, and certainly not as much as the Lynx, but they're still very agile. Used mostly to lead light cruiser squadrons.
Yeah.
Or destroyer squadrons. I'm not entirely sure how they'd be structured.
Yeah.
Regardless, despite their general utility and the fact that the design was sound enough to survive most of the 23rd century unchanged, the 24th century, as we are well aware, was not kind to most ships designed during this time.
Yeah. And the Leopard and Jaguar both got retired in favor of...
Ironically, Katingas.
Yes, the space frame that will not die.
Even when it does become obsolete, suddenly it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the Excelsior. Actually, in a way, it's worse, because the Katinga's older than the Excelsior.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of thing. Even when the space frame is obsolete, Klingon ship designers will be doing their best to ensure that it continues to fight.
I have not even begun to fight.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the stats for this thing.
It's not going to be as agile. It will be more heavily armed, but as you can tell, it's only a touch bigger than the Caracal.
Yeah. What's the crew size?
170.
Alright, well,
Completed.
as that actually bumps it into
Starship
basic scale
completed.
4 territory. Scale 4 is like cruising 1 to 400. So, scale 4. That gives us 45 points to work with. Start with 7 and everything. And I will put 2 points into weapons. It's 9. And engines to 8. Structure 7 is probably good. It's still not quite as... It's a little more durable than Caracal, I would assume.
Yep. It's not as tough as its larger counterpart.
Right.
And by that I mean these.
Right. So, comm 7, computer 7, engines 8, sensor 7, structure 7, weapons 9.
Sounds like a generally good layout to me.
Yeah. Could possibly drop computers down to 6 to bring weapons to 10, but
I'm in the middle of
that's up to you.
something.
If that makes sense, I'll do it. But
Hmm.
does it make sense?
Generally.
Alrighty. So computers down to 6 and weapons up to 10, which for 2251 is
Excessive.
really, yeah, really high up there. Now, apartments might start spreading out the points a little bit. So at least 1 point in security and 1 point in con, because duh, cats, agility.
One is going to have to go into engineering. It is a touch tougher, but it's not that tough.
Alright, so we have a point in security, a point in con, and a point in engineering. That's good. Weapons, we have disruptor cannons, disruptor banks, the mauler, optional, and a scale 3 tractor. Talents.
Don't forget the expanding sphere generator for the Jaguar refit.
That will be in the Jaguar conversion notes, and we're going to need to do a bit more on that because I assume the Jaguar has a later service date.
It does.
We'll get into that later. So, for now, we are doing talents. I'd say this probably still has improved reaction control systems.
Yep.
Reaction control system. I would
Starship completed.
I might also give this thing secondary reactors.
To improve its hull integrity to handle the Mauler.
Improved hull integrity. Yeah, that's a talent. So we will do improved hull integrity. So we have improved hull integrity, improved reaction control system. Secondary reactors would increase power gen, increase power capacity. Or we could do improved power systems to increase the power regen. So we don't have to do that. 2 base talents is fine for a scale 4 ship. Gives room for a profile talent and a free talent.
Honestly, up to you.
Alright.
All I know is my experience with these boats from SFC.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it at just improved hull integrity and improved reaction control system. And obviously the Mauler, special rules, optional, does not have the exploding subset that the Caracal did.
When the damn things were introduced by the Romulans.
Yeah. So traits,
What do
descriptive
you
traits,
require?
Lyran Starship. Now, let's get into the
Starship
Jaguar.
completed.
The Jaguar was introduced in 2265.
Alright, so updates.
This was mostly due to updates and miniaturization, allowing for the installation of the ESG.
Yeah. Update entered service date to 2265. As such, this will give us 1 more point to work with. So increase. What system point do we want? What system do we want to increase with this?
I would have to say it would have to go into computers. The expanding sphere generator is not a simple system to manage.
see.
We have Imperial.
Alright. This is going to have to be a really interesting weapon. This is going to be a hybrid of a projectile weapon and an energy weapon. It'll use the stats of an energy weapon, but it is technically a projectile. So, expanding sphere generator special. The ES has stats.
Good friend. This is a runner.
Rating scale plus security plus let's see, scale plus security plus let's see.
Starship
Force
completed.
rating, scale plus security plus. Do we want to give this? Cannons would give this thing. The cannon modifier is 2 and bank modifier is 1.
So much talk.
So do we want to give this thing plus 2 or plus 1?
Well, the expanding sphere generator's general range is very, very short.
Alright, we'll treat this thing as a cannon. So scale plus security plus 2. Straight
So much talk.
range. Close.
I think I made them mad.
Let's see, stress effects and weapon qualities. We'll give this thing high yield just because that's sort of also a projectile thing, so that works. And maybe the vicious 1 stress effect.
Probably.
Vicious 1 stress effect.
What is it?
High yield weapon
Starship under construction.
quality.
Starship under construction. Starship completed.
It is a weapon
Good friend.
that
This is a runner.
uses energy
Good friend.
projectile, which blocks enemy weapons fire.
What do you require? What do you
Wow.
require? I'll go introduce myself.
Alright. I think that is the expanding sphere generator. I
Starship
think.
completed.
Pretty much.
Starship completed.
So
I'm in the middle of
with that, I think that is the Jaguar.
And now we finally come into the meat of all navies.
Right.
The cruisers.
Yep. Next time.